Hey Paul, this is Tim Norton. I wanted to show you this couple things. This is a Viking longship, and when you have one of these, a hammer, you can equip it, and then if you right click, you get these four tabs, and in this tab, that one's the Viking longship. And then down below you can see the cost. You need 100 nails, deer hide, and a workbench. A workbench I already have. That's it if I was going to make it. This is the workbench. Um, it's pretty cool because in it you can store things. So this is my inventory and this is what I'm holding in it. Let's see. I want to take some of this stuff. I'm not sure which. Maybe that one. Anyhow, so that's actually a lot of storage. Uh, the original boat you get is a raft, which holds nothing but you and whatever you can keep balanced on it while you're being tossed around the sea. This is a pretty calm day here, but the weather gets quite rough. Um, that's a troll cave. And I want to show you this other thing because I'm going to go back to my base. I've been out adventuring. This is my base here. Note these stones here, and then this is my house. Home sweet home. HSH. Uh, yeah. So you can make little notes on the map. This one's called the Elder. The Elder is the second boss. Valheim is basically uh, getting better gear and equipment so you can go kill all of the bosses. This is the second boss's home. And you get a special kind of seed and you throw it in here and then he appears. Um, you can dig in Valheim. I've flattened out this area. And being able to manipulate the terrain is a lot of fun. But unfortunately, when you dig, you can't tunnel. You can only leave, yeah, so if I dig down, I can't dig under. I can only dig, there'll always be air above me unless there's already something above me. So this place you could think of as something that's above me. So what I did is dug into this corner here. And then I dug it out underneath, as you see. And then I put a bed down, and there's fire. So if you look in the upper right-hand corner, you'll see that I'm sheltered, I have a fire, and there's a bed here. So with all those three, then you can sleep. And that's what I'm doing there. This won't take long. Okay. Now, this is not very. This is just the earth dug out, uh, and that's all it is. Uh, uh, so there's more to do here, but this is the fundamental thing: is a camp and a place to sleep, and I'm more or less sheltered from bad guys. But you don't have to dig a hole in order to be in a base. You can build. That was a teleporter I went through. This is where the teleporter comes out. You may remember these things. Well, this is what they are. This is where you start the game. You land right here. And these are the 4 bosses you have to kill. 5 bosses. I've already killed this one and this one. There's the 3rd boss, and that boss. So right near this, I chose to build a base and a farm. You see I have 3 portals here. 4 portals. I just put, I'm going to change the name of this portal. I'm going to change it to vendor. And then that's going to light up. Well, it would have lit up if I had spelled it correctly. Vendor. There we go. There it is. So the reason I called it vendor is because I've already put a portal way in the holy hell down here. This one is where the vendor is. I was sailing by here and his icon appeared here. And I actually sailed all the way up here on my long ship. And I crossed, and this particular river goes through the continent here. And then I sailed all the way back down. And here's the vendor. Didn't really notice him actually until I was way the hell up here. So it was a bit of a pain to go back. But I had one portal with me. So I had put the portal down there. And then I came back here and I took an unused portal in my base, called it the same thing, and then two portals that have the same name mean that they connect to each other. And this is the home I built. This is just wood that you would chop down from trees. Um, here's a ladder so you can get up places. You can obviously climb up on the home. Yada yada and so on. You'll find beehives in the game, and if you destroy them, you can find a queen bee, and then you can build these things, and they give you honey. Honey is good for various recipes. This is just a meat rack for cooking meat. If you find some ore, like copper or tin or iron, you can put them in here, and you can turn them into iron bars or copper bars. That's just a decoration. And this is the thing for turning wood into coal, and these smelters use coal. And then this is just, oh my gosh, look at this guy. What's he doing in there? Quit messing around with my carrot, fella. That's a block. Blocking, so I've mitigated all the damage from his hit. He doesn't hit very hard. But I do. These are little carrot seeds, and they are actually ready to go. You just pick them like that, and then you can plant them, and then carrots grow like these. And then you use the carrots for cooking recipes. I put the fence around specifically to keep out beasties like that one, and I don't know how I got in here, quite frankly. But that's alright. So these chairs are things you can make. Obviously the wood, you configure it your own way. That's not a that's the design that I made. So if you, let's see, once again, use your hammer, and you have to have a workbench nearby, but if you do, then these are all the building pieces. So that's a wall, which is equivalent to one of these. That's a wall piece. You saw the ladder. These are stairs. This is a floor piece. Those are floor pieces there. I just kind of put those down as trim. They don't need to be there. I wanted to cover the porch so I could sit out here in case it was raining. This is for cooking food, and this is all the storage for all my crap. And this is a regular workbench where I've learned to make all of these things. And this is a forge where I can make all the things here. So you start off with wood or stone axe, and then you get a bronze axe, and then you get an iron axe, and so on. And as you get those, life gets better. You can build more things. This cauldron is being enhanced by that spice rack. I can do more things with the cauldron because I have the spice rack on it. So here's a workbench and a forge. And this is a workbench improvement, as is this tanning rack and this chopping block. These are improvements for the forge, these two, and so on. This is a fermenter, and if you put the right stuff in it, you can make these. Those are frost potions, And what they do is they help you resist the cold, because my next stop, well, after I get done with what I'm working on now, my next stop is to go up in the mountains, and it's bloody cold in the mountains, and you will freeze to death. So you need these frost potion to get started. Fortunately, in the mountain there are wolves, and if you kill the wolves, you can make a fur cloak out of their hide, and that hide uh, will protect you from the cold. You can make a little rug for yourself. That's a deer hide. And this is essentially all my loot in these places. Here's the iron that I've smelted into bars. If you take 2 copper bars and 1 tin, then you can make this bronze. Yada yada yada. And so it goes. Anyway, I thought you might like to see kind of a little bit what uh, what the game does. There's really no end. Some of the best parts are making these bases. It's super fun to make a base. This is kind of my first base for this character. But now I've learned how to make this thing. This is a stone cutter. Once this is down, then I can manipulate stone. So if I have stone in my pocket, like this stuff, then I can make giant stone blocks, and those giant stone blocks, I can. So now you're making structures like this out of stone, and it gets very high. You can make very tall structures, um, which maybe I'll show you next time. I don't know. Okay, man. I hope you enjoy this game. It is very fun, and it's nice sometimes, honestly, just to sit down, watch the fire, and have a cup of mead, and watch the day go by. Very pleasant kind of game. See ya.